This is the last in a 4-part series on home fires, and this video is on how to do a whole house inventory. And it's really applicable more than just to a disaster such as a fire or a tornado or an earthquake that will destroy your possessions. You can also use your whole house inventory to come up for a value of all the possessions you own. And that can be used to, for instance, get a loan. So, I'm not going to lie to you. Doing a whole house inventory is time consuming the first time you do it. And it can be a little frustrating. But it's something that is really necessary to do. And not just to do it once, but to keep it updated anytime you buy a bigger item, or at least annually go over it. Now, I myself have come up with this classification for home inventories. It is the overview method, the macro method, and the micro method. Now, to me, the overview method is when you take your video camera and pan across every room you go into, open drawers, get pictures of the contents, and do that for your whole house and any other structures on your property. And if you know when you purchased an item or more about the item, the cost, you can add that to your narration. And this is something you should do annually to update. And basically, it just takes an afternoon. So it's a quick way to do an inventory, but it won't give you valuation. Now, the second method is what I use. I call it the macro method. And what I do is take a whole picture of a room. So here you go. Here you can see my sunroom's picture. And then I take pictures from various positions in the room. Here are some of those. And then I take a picture of each major item in the room. Now, those major items are kept on a spreadsheet. Here's an example of the spreadsheet I use. I don't put in figures here because that's really personal and I don't want to share that. But as you can see, it's mainly the pieces of furniture in the room. So I want to know what they are, when did I purchase them, how much did I purchase them for, is there any make or model or serial number on them, where did I purchase them from, the vendor, and a link to which picture goes with this item. And then in the notes section, I will include if I have a receipt or not. So then I have a binder, which I keep room by room with dividers. And on the first page is my spreadsheet with those major items. Next, in plastic covers, are the pictures of those items and miscellaneous things in the room. And the reason I do that is, hey, if I ever did have a whole house or a whole room fire, I could look back and say, oh yeah, that was there, that was there, that was there, and come up with an estimate cost. And then the final thing is I include receipts or scanned receipts. Now, I also scan each of these pages up and keep it on a thumb drive and in the cloud. The thumb drive is kept at my work, so in case of fire, I do have information at another place. And really, I'm just using this method. I'm going to be completely honest. Here, I am the person that had the fire, right? Now, I'm really good for taking receipts and putting them in a folder and keeping them. But I wasn't good on maintaining a whole house inventory. So I'm really starting this over room by room. And this will take me, it'll do more than weeks. It'll probably take me months to complete. But I am going to do it because I think a whole house inventory is very important. And at the end, you're going to be surprised by all the stuff you own. Unless you're really a true minimalist, most of us have a lot of stuff. Now, the micro method is where you're going to list every single item in the house. Where did you get it from? How much did you pay for it? Everything. That takes a long time and it's really hard to keep up to date. But if you're that type of meticulous record keeper, more power to you. So I really urge that you do at least that video tour. It really can help. And it can also help jog your memory if you did have a fire, for instance, of saying, oh yeah, that was there, and come up with a valuation. You know, a picture is worth 1,000 words, so what is a video worth? I don't know, a million words? A lot anyway, especially when you have to make out something like this. Now, if you have a collection, such as my son collects retro game systems and retro game cartridges, and some of those are pretty valuable. He has special insurance he has purchased just for his collections. And again, he has to have meticulous record keeping for them because he may trade one system for another or buy a new system. So he has to keep that up to date. And that's real smart. If you have fine art or collect maybe guns or have a lot of jewelry, you really need to have a good record keeping system in order to report it to your insurance company. Now, of course, there's an app for that. There's a lot of home inventory apps. Your home insurance might even offer that. I know State Farm does and Liberty Mutual. There's a free app though that I think is pretty excellent. It's called Encircle, E-N-C-I-R-C-L-E, and it allows you to take pictures of items, make notes on it, and even print it all out in a PDF or an Excel spreadsheet. It's really a handy app, and if you are the type of person that wants to take pictures with your phone, enter stuff, and of course you can use a tablet too, or you can enter the stuff actually on your laptop. This is a great resource to use, and it's free, so I encourage you to look at it. So, no matter which of these methods you use, or maybe you have your own unique method, the important thing is to just do it. That's right. And then once you do it, keep it updated. So be truthful to me. How many of you have an updated home inventory? Please comment below. Or how many of you have started one and haven't updated in many years? Or how many of you don't even have a home inventory at all? I'd love hearing from you. This is Prepper Potpourri saying please subscribe, share the knowledge, thumbs up, and as always, thank you so much for your support, and I hope you enjoyed this fire series.